with the WTH News Network. I'm Michael Carell.
I'm Marta Carell.
And oh, what a bunch of old news we have for you. Well, some of it's not that old.
It's not old. I mean, it's not breaking either. But
Let's go with the
stuff that we've been talking about.
Let's go with the first one. First of all, I'm going to have to sarcastically thank the crazy snowflake Republicans because now my wife's going to make me see Barbie. Thank you.
Well, they're gonna make me see Barbie. You think I had any interest in seeing Barbie?
You see all the girly movies.
No, I had no
Legally
interest in seeing
Blonde,
Barbie.
House Bunny,
It has nothing to do with your wife
Devil
making you see
Wearing
Barbie.
Prada,
No.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, obviously we haven't seen it,
Mm-hmm.
but
we're not going to a theater.
we know, like, we don't ask for much.
Mm.
All we need is for Ted Cruz and Ben Shapiro to hate it,
mm-hmm.
and we're there. We're not going to go to the theater and see it. We're not going to try that hard.
We're reactive.
But when it becomes available on, whatever, pay-per-view or what have you, we're going to see it.
Yeah. And should mention another reason not to go to the theater. COVID is rearing its ugly head.
I was just gonna start talking about it. I have a friend, I'm not going to name names, and at her work, I'm not going to name names, but she has 4 people who right now who have COVID. And,
let's just say it's a supermarket.
And, it's a busy, large store. So if they have 4 people who have it, I mean, we all remember how exponentially it spreads.
Mm-hmm.
Like those 4 people are going to go interact with everybody that they're going to interact with before they know they have it. Well, now they know they have it, but before they knew they had it, I'm sure they interacted with other people. They interact with other people. They interact with other people. I mean, we know how it goes. And some, I don't want to say, somebody, I don't want to say Tom Cotton, but maybe, no, not a Cotton. But a politician just showed up that he has it, and which means because people are dropping their guard. We have vaccination. I mean, a friend of ours got vaccinated recently when he was in Canada, and I even blew it off. Like I remember when I was reading that he told me he got boosted again. I was like, nah, whatever. I wasn't planning on it. Like probably because the booster really messes me up, that I'm a little reluctant for that reason. But I mean, I'll get it obviously if I have to.
Wasn't I behind you on one booster? I think you have one more booster
I needed one more than you because you're not immunocompromised I am.
Yeah, but there's still one available.
Be a step ahead of you.
But there's still one available for me that I haven't gotten.
I'm sure there's one available for me that I haven't gotten. But so you just distracted my.
Well, you're looking for the politician that had it.
No, but I was saying something. Oh yeah, I was actually I kind of blew off my friend who told me that he got another booster. I was kind of surprised that we're still worried about that. Even me, I took this really cavalier attitude about it.
Yeah.
But people are getting it again.
Apparently, the Republicans all went out to theaters. We saw Matt Gaetz on the red carpet in a pink suit
with his wife Ginger.
Mm-hmm. They didn't like it. Let's see. We got a Republican playing with dolls here. Let's play that clip. Barbie, woke Barbie.
I loved our movie, right, Ken?
For those of you who can't wait that long, I'm going to give my review of the Barbie movie in the most Oppenheimer fashion.
What the Run. You want to...
Wow, can you say snowflake? What was that they used to say? Fuck your feelings. to be this upset over Barbie, it's par for the course now.
It's just something to complain about. Like,
they're upset at the Muppets getting vaccinated.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. He's not really losing sleep. It's just something to posture about and get people riled up. He doesn't give a shit.
Messaging stuff they seem to spend all their damn time doing.
And
then so that's past that. The big one we're gonna have to get to so we don't run out of time. Thank you, Ring Doorbell, you dumbass.
Okay, I can't find this crap.
Okay, well, we got MTG again. Now this story is a bit older. Most people have heard about it, but then it kept going. So we'll play you the clip of what happened, and then tell you about
Dick Durbin. I'm sorry, okay. Dick Durbin has COVID.
Yeah. So we'll play the clip, and then we'll tell you about the other things that happened after the clip, and they just keep happening. So here's MTG serving the American people, asking the whistleblowers if Hunter's got a big dick. I'm not sure what.
We got to talk about Albion too.
And there she is, the hag.
Across state lines from California to Washington, D.C. on June 15th. This is a violation of the Mann Act. This was prostitution. Let me continue. Did Hunter Biden also use his company, Owasco PC, to pay prostitutes?
Can you hold on 1 second?
Chairman?
Yeah, we'll give you this additional time back.
We're gonna just not give her additional time, actually, because she gets too much of my fucking time. But we all know what happened. Everybody knows that story. But then she put out an emailer, a newsletter, where she published them
to
in another
her
format.
Constituents, specifically in her district.
The word is she committed a felony. Revenge porn in Washington, D.C. is a felony. And some say she can be covered by the clause and debate clause, or discussion and debate. I don't know what it is. But that may cover her in the House, and it still shouldn't. This had nothing to do with real discourse, had nothing to do with the whistleblowers or why they were there or the IRS or anything else. But then she did the emails, the newsletter. There's nothing to cover her in that. That's outside her scope. That's outside her job. The clause and discussion, debate, what clause? It's not going to cover her on that.
Yeah.
But now Hunter Biden has sent a letter to the ethics committee, or Hunter Biden's lawyers, citing all of the violations of the ethics acts and the crime, the felony she committed on the House floor, and threatening other legal action. And I don't have that clip here, but it's still going. Hunter has struck back, and he absolutely should. We let these people get away with this stuff way too much.
And I don't know if we have any clips, but there was a clip recently. I think James Comer said it. He's like, the Democrats say we don't have any evidence. Well, we do have evidence. We showed you evidence. So their only evidence is that Hunter Biden possibly violated the Mann Act. Ooh, the Mann Act. First of all, the Mann Act involves trafficking, which my understanding of trafficking is when these people who are being trafficked don't have a choice as to like where they're going and where you're putting them and, you know, where they end up. Mm-hmm. This woman, like, maybe she got paid for sex. I don't know. But
all we know of is a plane ticket was paid for.
Who obviously made a choice to get on the plane and go see Hunter Biden. That's not trafficking.
We live in the world of online dating. I don't engage in it, but I understand it. I know many people that do. Sending somebody a plane ticket and come, from another town or something like that. That's not prostitution, and it's actually really common in today's world. It's how a lot of people meet in this day and age. I don't think he was doing matchmaker.com or anything.
That's their big ace in the hole, because all this time, because they have no evidence of anything that they've accused Joe Biden or Hunter Biden up. So this was like his big ace in the hole. He's like, see, we did show you evidence. Hunter violated the Mann Act. First of all, it has nothing to do with the presidency. First of all, even if he did, even if he's convicted and whatever, what does that have to do with Joe Biden? Nothing. I don't even see why they're wasting all this time.
When Trump's kids actually made money off of the presidency, and so did he. They enriched themselves off the presidency, which is one of the things that get you impeached. You're not supposed to enrich yourself on the office. Somebody I know could come back and tell me, oh, he didn't take a salary. Fuck his salary. He made 20 times that much. He made 20 times that much off of the rent he was charging to the Secret Service alone.
And just to have all the people who were staying at his hotel because he was the president, who never would have stayed there if he wasn't the president.
And was it
that went straight into his
$2 billion to Jared from Saudi, or was it more?
Yeah, no, $2 billion.
$2 billion?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's more than was it 10 million that Biden and Hunter allegedly split in Ukraine.
She still talked yesterday. I've got over it on our show before too. She still talks about how Biden accepted a bribe to fire the prosecutor in Ukraine. How many times? Like, should I use crayons, chalk, pictures,
you might
flow
be
charts?
something.
I don't know what I have to do. They keep repeating the same thing.
Put it next to a dick pic.
Yeah, maybe that'll get her attention. I don't know. But it's like, it's been explained.
It's been
the ousting of that prosecutor did not benefit Biden at all, one iota.
And it was an international effort to remove him because he was not.
And the only reason he was even involved is because he was the only one who did have leverage, which he smartly used, which I've already said this before. He did the right thing. He admitted it. There's nothing to hide. He had the leverage. Everybody wanted him to do it. It was the only thing he could do, the best thing he could do. He did it. And they still continue talking about it over and over and over again, that the only reason he did that to get him ousted was because he was investigating Burisma. No, that never happened. He wasn't investigating anybody.
Therein lies the rub.
These people make me sick.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I feel you seem so reserved about it all the time.
Yeah. I keep it under control most of the time.
All right. Thanks for joining us at WTH. Oh, you got more? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We need to talk about Jason Aldean or whatever his name is in that stupid song.
Oh, the song?
Yeah.
Okay, talk about it.
There's just been so much controversy about it. I went on some social media. I don't even know what page it is. It's not even a political page. But they were talking about it, and somebody said, I speak for the majority of Americans when I say we support him. All I said, and this was like the least offensive thing I could possibly have said, but it started this whole barrage of hate mail, and all the people like went on my personal page trolling it and stuff. All I said was, you do not speak for the majority of America, and neither does he. That's all I said.
Yeah.
So they went on my page, trolled my page. On my page, I have it set to public that I'm from Ukraine, because there's nothing wrong with being from Ukraine. I could have hidden it easily if I wanted to. So all of are like, you would average hardworking American feels. Like, bitch, I know more about it than you do.
And nobody's from here.
I've lived here for 47 years. Does anybody hear an accent even? No.
You're better at English than everybody watching.
I've been a citizen for 40 years. Like, who are these stupid people? Just because it says I'm from Ukraine, I couldn't possibly understand the American hardworking people.
No, you couldn't have figured that out in 47 years.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So yeah, it became this huge thing with all these people like supporting him, all these people not supporting him. We did watch the video one time, I think, and the thing I remember noticing is what he's talking about, like how cops are being disrespected and people are spitting on them and stuff. The first thing that came to mind was the insurrection and how his side treated the cops, and they don't want to remember that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that they don't want to remember that. If you bring it up to them, they'll tell you that it was all staged and none of it's real.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they've decided they're going to cope with that reality.
Well, and a few people brought up that he also wrote a song about the flag, that these colors don't run, and that at the Las Vegas shooting, that's what he did immediately, rather than grabbing the mic and say, "Get down! There's a guy with a gun!" Something like that, cowboy up, something like that. All tough. Tough just ran away. Yeah, I've been a performer. I think if I was on stage and somebody started shooting the place up, I would go for cover too. But maybe take the mic with me, run with the mic, get down, everybody, something. Take some responsibility for your people.
Oh, and then another thing, a lot of them were saying to me was like, "Well, you're not even from a small town. You're in Santa Cruz." And
Santa Cruz was a small town.
Yeah, and it's like, do you think he's from a small town?
Yeah.
Let's examine that for a while. He's from I don't know anything about Georgia. He's from a town, I don't even know, Mako or Macon or something like that. But apparently
it's a small town.
It's not a small town.
No, I've heard of it.
It's one of the bigger towns.
Yeah.
And then he relocated to Nashville. So it's like,
so
you're gonna give me shit for not being from a small town?
Well,
really?
Another thing, a lot of that video was riot footage from the George Floyd thing, and I just want to remind people, because you're going to hear it all the time. I've heard it all the time, that back during the George Floyd protests, entire cities were burned down. No, they weren't. A police station was burned down. It turns out that was the Boogaloo Boys. 3 of them that pleaded guilty to burning down that police station that we all watched. That was the Boogaloo Boys, and they're definitely not BLM or Antifa. They're the opposites of that. They are the they're the fascist part of Antifa. And 3 of them pleaded guilty to burning down that police station. And one of them was found with stuff he stole from there. He stole a riot helmet, magazine for a 9mm, ticket books. He grabbed anything he could fucking steal from that police station and still had it a couple years later when they tracked him down. Got anything else?
No.
Thanks for joining us at the WTH Network. Like, subscribe, bell. We'll see you next time if we don't rot in hell.